My life started in the UK. My parents realised that it's too cold in the UK. They sold everything, went to France, and bought this hotel on the side of a lake. When I got there, all of a sudden I realised that one of the sports that they did locally was a triathlon. So we swam in the lake, we cycled around it, and obviously did the run through the woods. Did my first race at the age of 16 and just fell in love with this sport, and kind of thought maybe sport was the direction I was going to go in. I got slightly distracted, stayed in France, studied art and studied design, but I had a kind of earning to kind of get involved in health and fitness. Went back to the UK, joined the Royal Marines, came out of there and thought, what could I do? How could I help people? And sports therapy, personal training was the route that I took. My lovely girlfriend, now wife, Delphine, and 23 years ago we arrived in Dubai with a backpack. We had about 800 pounds in our pocket. I partied hard in the Royal Marines. To be honest with you, that's probably not changed much. And we kind of thought, how can we make a difference here in Dubai? And we got involved with personal training and sports therapy. And we opened up our first personal training centre in the same year that my little boy came into our lives, Ria. And then Team AngelWolf really came about because of this little boy, and everything was fine until he was about 6 months old. Always remember the moment. It was a Friday afternoon, bathing Rio, dad in the bath with this little boy laid on my chest, and all of a sudden Rio stopped breathing. His eyes rolled back in the back of his head, his lips went blue, his fingernails went blue, and I was left with this little, obviously unconscious baby. Of course, jumped out the bath, my wife was there, and we panicked. We jumped into the car, rushed down to the hospital. So we went on a journey. The journey took us about 4.5 years of kind of discovery about Rio, his condition. And we finally end up in the UK with a genetics team. And we realized that Rio has a part of a chromosome missing. So we're all made up of 23 pairs of chromosomes, and in chromosome 1, there's a minuscule part that's deleted, and his condition's so rare it's named after the part of the chromosome that's missing. So it's called 1q44 deletion. Yes. It's also got another name at the end, which is de novo, which means it's non-hereditary. So life gave us Ria, and yeah, that was kind of a challenging time, because his condition leads to seizures, sporadic. We never know when, how long. Learning difficulties is a challenge for him, so most skills are hard, even holding a spoon to feed, walking. He's stable, but if we took some stairs, we'd grab his arm just to make sure he's okay. And then he's still in nappies, so at 17, 18 this year, you can imagine life's a bit of a challenge. So that was the goal. We wanted to make a difference, and we set up a non-profit called Team AngelWolf. So we call Ria our angel. And I've got a lovely daughter as well called Tia, and she's a little wolf. If she was here, she'd be up a tree, climbing through all the bushes here. She's a lovely, sweet personality, but she has a personality of a wolf as well. So we came up with, her nickname was Little Wolf, so Team AngelWolf. If you go back through the history books, a lovely couple, father and son, Rick and Dick Hoyt, back in the 80s, did Kona. He raced with his son with cerebral palsy, and it was an inspiration. And I was like, wow. I remember seeing the video, but obviously even before Rio, thinking what a fantastic father helping his son. So we looked into it. So I looked into the kayak, the bike, and the chair, and then we did our first race. Our first race was what we call a half distance, so 1.9 swim, 90k bike, 21k run. I never know if Rio would enjoy this. But you know, he was 12 at the time, smiled all the way through, just absolutely loved it. And I think we found his thing that was not only just for him, for me as a father with my son, way in which we could bond together. And this was our time. This was our time every time we race, and we've created something very unique. Yeah, so we've started racing, and that was our goal, was for inclusion. So my goal there was, how do we include Rio in what we do? How can we maybe inspire, motivate other families by what we're doing to maybe think, well, maybe I could actually do something more active with my son, even if their child is challenged. And it was always been about creating a story. The whole concept of Team AngelWolf is developed. since we started, and where we are today is probably, you know, some of the philosophy, some of the words that we're starting to use has definitely changed. But for us, the legacy going forward is how to make a bigger impact on the planet. We're based in the UAE. We've been here for 23 years. Team AngelWolf has been set up for since 2016. Our legacy is to spread. Our legacy is to take not only what we do, and we're developing a fantastic concept at the moment, which hopefully we'll be able to launch in the next 6 to 9 months, and that will maybe we can say the word, an object that will assist in making the world more inclusive and people more inclusive. That's our goal.